Alright guys, we're up at the service shop. Got this Suburban that we told you guys was very rust free, but of course a truck like this you can't just kneel down and look under it very easily, so here we go. Hopefully you can see alright. Yeah, the light's pretty good. As you can see, when we service one, AC Delco factory oil filter. We notice these lines right here are touching, so they will be pulled up into a clamp. It has had a recent front end alignment. You can see that right there. We are going to rebalance the tires because common balancing mistake. We got weights on opposite sides of each other, so a proper balance will cure that. So we'll be balancing all 4 tires. Did notice some play in the rear U-joint. Hard to see on the camera here, but there's a touch there, just a slight touch. So we'll be putting a U-joint in it. The rag joint on the steering also has some play. For those that don't know, the rag joint is the part that probably not gonna be able to see, where the steering stem comes down and connects right there to the steering box. So that'll be being replaced. This truck still has the catalytic converter in place, aftermarket exhaust, Flowmaster. But here's the great part. Look at the floor pans of this vehicle. Now, of course, we all know a 2-wheel drive gets a lot less abuse than a 4-wheel drive. They've never been on the beach. They're typically not driven in the snow. Even has the plastic panels right here that are always missing. This area right here is very thin sheet metal. That's always a pocket area for dirt, mud, and debris. And the rocker panels, always a nightmare too. Frame has never had any paint on it. As you can see, the wiring has no overspray on it. No issues at all right there. The inside the frame is great. Fuel filter's been changed. Transmission's dry. Typical amount of seepage underneath this truck for its age. It has had proper Beltec lowering shocks put on with the lowering kit that it has. Brake condition checks good on all 4 corners. It does have a lowering shackle in the back. Again, where these lines run, that's always typically a problem also. Fuel tank area is good. Newer trailer hitch on the back. Trailer wiring. This well right here can sometimes become an issue, especially if there's moisture inside. That's why there's a drain right here. That can rot out. Did a nice job running the exhaust out, real tasteful. Again, this truck, somebody could put it on the rack and sandblast, soda blast, steam clean, do something underneath if they really, really wanted to make it perfect, but nobody's gonna ever see it. But for a 4-wheel drive guy, this right here, if you were doing a conversion where it was gonna be lifted and you could see the underside, this would be exactly what you would want to find. Also still has the plastic on this side. 20-inch wheels, these are Riddler wheels. I said in the previous video, we are gonna add a wheel spacer in the back just to push that out so that it's a little more equal. And of course the axles are drooping currently because it's hanging on the rack. There's a couple other things on his list. I forgot exactly what they were, but of course changing the oil, doing a state inspection, a couple light bulbs. That was about it. So this truck is as nice as it was described. We did also validate and verify it does have a Jasper engine. That's what we were told, and we validated that it does. So good truck if you're looking for a Suburban, whether you want a 2-wheel drive just like it is, if you want to do an LS conversion or a 4-wheel drive conversion, would be amazing. There is your stamp of approval on the motor there. It is a Jasper, it is a replacement. It does have the overdrive transmission, so this truck should be great on fuel on the road. If you got any questions, hopefully this helps. Davis Auto Sales, Richmond, Virginia. Squarebody Suburban.